Chris Smooth is waiting on a new. Chris Smooth is waiting on a new.
Oh, the jam. That jam. If you guys have been playing Call of Duty back in the day and you're watching a YouTuber by the name of Chris Smooth, that was the jam to listen to. And there was a good point about, that music beat in this video. We're going to talk about camping a little bit because that seems to be the hot topic about some of the issues with this game to people. And, I can't really argue with them. Camping is annoying, but listen, I've been playing Call of Duty ever since COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, all the old CODs. And that has always been the topic, was people camping. But, you can't really do nothing about it. They spend their money on the game. They could play as, whatever they want. If it annoys you, then I guess, pick an alternative. If that guy is holding down that area, just try to avoid that area. It's one of those things that can be resolved and fixed in game. It could just take a second to be like, okay, I'm not gonna go down that way. He has that place on lockdown. I'm not gonna get killed by the same guy, because then it would just make you look like a fool. Because the old saying, "Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me." But I'm not gonna lie, camping has made me go from 0 to 100 really quick, and I just can't stand getting killed by this guy who's probably be sitting in one area for half the game, and maybe got killed, then he goes back to the same spot and puts up his defense, so to say, and continues on whatever he was doing. But I could live with campers. I could live playing a game with people who are sitting in an area for extended period of time, even in objective-based game mode, because mostly all the time they're just gonna sit there and they're not gonna get the objective, and chances are they're not gonna win the game, especially in kill confirmed, which I'm really leaning towards, especially with that score streak perk, because that's just really help a lot. But the feature I just can't stand along with campers is that they have the ability to peek through doors. And this map is a good example, because I have screenshots from Thunder's gameplay. Even though he kind of pointed it out, it's kind of ridiculous, and I don't understand why it's even in the multiplayer. But it's just peeking through a door. And if you guys have seen or been killed by it, or if you're the one who is, doing the dirty, I guess you would say, is, you just peek through a door, and all you see is like this little crack of the door. And you can see the person, but they really can't see you, because they have a whole wall and a door covering you. And the only thing they probably see you is the gun itself and possibly the flash from the gun. And that's basically all they have to see. And, for you to kill them, I guess you would just spray and pray through the door, but he'll probably kill you before you even get to do that. And, good thing this game is in beta, because I feel like this is one of those things that really shouldn't be in the multiplayer. This could be one of those things that you'd see in the Battle Royale when that comes out. I'm not saying get rid of the ability to peek through doors entirely, just outside of multiplayer. Battle Royale, and obviously the campaign's gonna have to have you peek sometime, but Battle Royale and campaign, that's all fine and dandy, keep the peek through the door. But when it's multiplayer, it gets super annoying, and it's gonna get piss a lot of people off. But the bad thing about me is I tend to be a hypocrite. And maybe this is just how I'm going to have to cope and, adapt to this year's Call of Duty game. Back in the day, it was all about speed and who has the better maneuvers or the other. But we're back to this Call of Duty that people have been, enjoyed, back in 2012. We're not relying on people running on walls and using jetpacks. This is, again, what the devs say. This is the more tactical Call of Duty. Back in the day, I was never a rusher, but, since these fast-paced shooter Call of Duties like Black Ops 3, I didn't play Black Ops 4, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, you know, the beta, because I didn't play the full game. Those games relied on speed and maneuvers to try to one-up the guy you're facing. But this is more like, you know, who has, you know, the better patience, I guess. But I guess to those who are still watching this, because I checked my YouTube analytics and people don't really tend to stay on my videos as long. But to those, they're probably asking, okay, so what's the point of this video then? You're complaining about camping and then you go to saying, you know, you are annoyed by campers, but then you might have to adapt. Yes and no. It's like, yeah, I can adapt, you know, the better, you know, make me a better player, I guess, quote unquote. But it's just the ability to peek through doors. I feel like it's too much, or I guess if I should just throw around the word overpowered, because it gives the person who is shooting a lot more of an advantage than those who are, you know, want to fire back. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's how the devs wanted it. Is like, yeah, if you're gonna be running out in the open, you're gonna get killed by someone who is trying to, you know, stay alive and try not to get shot out in the open. I mean, that's, you know, that's great thinking from the person who's camping, but what about the guy who's just got mowed down in the, you know, in the open? Yeah, you know, we got to feel bad for the guy, but it's like, okay, you know, if I want to take that guy down who's just been sitting there the entire game, it's like, what could I do? Because, you know, you've seen the amount of cover that guy had in the screenshot. All he had was about like 2 inches of space that he could shoot through. And, you know, in this game, when you have guns with recoil, it's kind of hard to land those shots, especially with someone who just started playing Call of Duty. But I don't know. That's just my take. This is my like feedback to the devs. I wish to see the ability to peek through doors gone from multiplayer, but keep it in campaign, obviously, and Battle Royale when that comes out. This is just my feedback, my opinion. You guys might, you know, your opinions might be different from mine. But this is just me, a message to the devs, and hopefully, in my opinion, get rid of peeking through doors. Because I feel like when they get rid of that, it's going to make everything a little bit more better. So this has been Flamey on the subject, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video, whatever I make. Stay awesome. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content after all. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Flamey out.
There he goes again. Oh, look, he's running. He got scared. He knew I was gonna kill him. Well, they kill him. Oh, get it. I've been here the whole game, camping, and look at that. I got a Harrier because of one move. Oh, I can't cast the airspace, is too crowded. I have to flood it, so the air support